Greeny, break it down into three different things. We have salary cap, we have contract, and we have injury. First with the salary cap. The Patriots very tight to the cap, about $54,000 worth of cap space, which is really, really minuscule in the NFL world. By releasing Stephon Gilmore, they will save $5.8 million worth of cap space. They need it to make moves. They're going to bring in Jamie Collins, the linebacker, today. Contract, $7 million base salary for Stephon Gilmore this year. He wasn't happy with that. That's well below market value for him. The sides couldn't reach an agreement on a restructured contract. And injury, you mentioned it, Greeny. Stephon has been coming back from a quad injury. The Patriots had to ask themselves, will he be ready? And if he isn't, can we justify paying him about $400,000 a week to rehab? All those things factor into this decision.
All right, that's so well done, Mike Reiss, and we will check with Mew as this continues here, because it's got a lot of ramifications. It starts with the Patriots, as I bring the rest of my crew in here this morning, and I've got Mike Tannenbaum, who's joined our conversation because he's the general manager of our team. Take us through, if you're the GM, and we'll throw out a bunch of different teams here, and it's the usual suspects: Tampa Bay, Green Bay, Kansas City, teams that need help on defense and feel like contenders. And
San Francisco,
Nick may
Carolina.
add a few, yeah. But Mike T, let me just start with you. Give me the mechanics of this. You're a GM someplace. What do you do right now?
Yeah, I'm calling his agent right now, Jason Shea, and he's a free agent. And I'm trying to tell him that this is an attractive place to be, not only for this year, but into the future on a brand new contract. And as Mike Reiss alluded to, he's well below market value. So I'm very aggressive trying to get a deal done because Jari Alexander got hurt. Tampa Bay has been decimated in their defensive backfield, and we know Kansas City is really hurting there as well. So there's going to be a lot of competition for him. And one other thing that bears noting here, following up on Mike Reiss, Greeny, which is this: credit Bill Belichick, the GM. When he went on PUP in August, Stephon Gilmore, very unusual, his salary was not guaranteed for the season, what's known as termination pay eligible. His contract wasn't guaranteed. So the fact that we're sitting here in October and they could pick up $5.8 million in room is very unusual, especially for a caliber of a player like Stephon Gilmore.
Yeah, and you heard Mike Reiss mention that the expectation is the Patriots will bring in Jamie Collins, and we could throw a few other teams into the mix. Our favorite viewer has a thought on this, by the way. I'm told that our buddy Tad Prescott has weighed in. The Patriots releasing Stephon Gilmore. He told me 4 years ago he wanted to be a Cowboy. How about he and Diggs on the field together? So put Dallas into the mix there. Thank you, Tad. Dominique, give me some other places we should be thinking about.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I really think San Francisco's another place where they've had some injuries that adding Stephon will really help. And remember, Stephon Gilmore is a South Carolina guy. He went to high school there. He went to college there. I think the Carolina Panthers are a team that wants to be competitive, who've also had some injuries in their secondary. To be honest, corner is one of those positions where everybody always needs a corner. You think of your team, and you always kind of feel like, yeah, we could add one more corner, especially the caliber of Stephon Gilmore.
All right, how do you see it, Booger? How's this thing going to go?
Well, Greeny, I said in the first hour, I'll say it again. I think when you look at opportunity and timing and all that good stuff, Tampa Bay has been decimated at the cornerback position. They brought in Richard Sherman, who about 10 days ago was on his couch drinking a glass of vino, and then Sunday night he's out there running around with Nelson Aguilar and N'Keal Harry looking like he had been on his couch 10 days ago. So Davis is hurt. Murphy Bunting is hurt. Jamal Dean is not playing well. Like, if you look at a team from a necessity standpoint and a need standpoint, nobody needs it more than Tampa. And I think in the end, we will talk about the salary cap. Mike T, you know the salary cap is like Play-Doh. You can massage it and make it do whatever you want it to do. So don't tell me about the salary cap. If Tampa, Tom wants him, if the Buccaneers are really all in for the next 2 years, which is what we think they are, because Tom Brady's going to be here those 2 years, they are going to do any and everything to bring another former Tom Brady teammate to go along with Gronk, AB, and whoever the hell else Tom Brady wants to come down here and play. It just makes entirely too much sense, Greeny.
Yeah, Shefty told us, by the way, that the expectation is that Gilmore will be healthy enough to play the second half of the season. So he could tilt the balance of power somewhere this year. Tim, who you have your eye on?
Well, the same teams that everybody else has mentioned. And so but the key, I think, is that there's going to be competition. Dominique referenced the fact that everybody wants a corner, especially a guy that can play at a high level or a starter level. I think the other thing is this that we have to consider. You don't refuse a pay cut if you don't know what the market is. That's just like, I mean, that's the reality of the situation. You're not saying no to New England without knowing what your other opportunities are. There is time to figure out, for your agent to figure out what the level of interest may be. And, Mike Tannenbaum is talking about, for now and going forward. Look, I think Stephon Gilmore, probably had a pretty good sense that there was going to be an opportunity for him to make a lot more money than he was scheduled to make in New England.
Well, Nick, you're nodding along as he's talking.
It's because, there are a few things I love more than arguing with Mike Tannenbaum. And when he first gave his pitch, I just wanted to jump in and argue with him right there because you can talk all you want. Just show me the numbers because Gilmore has the leverage right now. There's going to be a lot of suitors out there for Stephon Gilmore. You can tell me this is a great place. We're going to win a championship. Stephon Gilmore didn't come to an understanding with the Patriots about the money situation. So just go ahead and show me how well you feel about or how good you feel about me by putting a couple commas in front of me and slide those over. They speak a lot louder than whatever words you got, Mr. Tannenbaum.
Go ahead, Mike.
And my response is, you're going to invest with us. Let's say it's Tampa Bay, Nick.
I'm
You're going
good.
to come down. You're going to win a championship. We have a
Can we get
dominant front
Carolina on
seven,
line
and
one,
next
please?
year,
Can we talk to San Francisco? Can we talk to somebody other than the Jets because they playing games right now, Mike?
Yeah. Go ahead, Mike T.
And Greedy, one other thing that's really interesting here is I'm somewhat surprised that New England didn't trade Stephon Gilmore. To Nick's point, he's a tremendous value right now. He's going to be healthy. They changed the rules. You can trade players that are on PUP. So I'm a little surprised, given the stature of the player, his contract, that he wasn't traded. So he's going to have a big market. I agree with Nick, but I would be recruiting my tail off that, hey, Kansas City, Green Bay, Tampa, if you come to us, you may be outcome determinative on who wins the championship. He's that good when he's healthy.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.